So in this video, we're gonna show you how to use Git from like when you have no clue what it is and how to use them. Git is a repository where you can store your files, right? And then you can revert back to the previous version. And there's a concept we call Git Command, right? This is a list of Git command. Like you can do Git init. Like when you do Git init, you pretty much just make the initial Git onto that project folder. For example, I want to make a new folder, right? Like last time, let's just make a new folder. We're going to create a new project, right? Let's say this project is your exercise here, Chapter 3.2, right? So Chapter 3.2, right? So I just make a directory. Now, I just going to cd into this directory, and I start to do Git init. So it's initialized that already, and of course, this we have to Git init again. This is Git bash. It should recognize this command. If it's not Git bash, you have to install Git first. Just go to download Git and pick your OS that you use, Mac, Windows, or Linux. And the next command is git status, right? So git status just showing the status of your repository here. So this is a master, okay, branch master, and initial commit. There's nothing to commit because if you do ls, you see this doesn't have anything in here, right? This folder doesn't have anything. Same as when you browse to this location where I have my username, right? And Chapter 3.2, you see it's empty folder, right? So that's why I say nothing to commit. Now when I start to create Java files, right, then it's going to show you, right, something. Like for example, so we look at Git status at this point, right? For example, I'm going to start to create the Java files, okay? And for this class exercise, we want you to write a program and use Git to commit. Okay. So you can write Java application named rectangle to prompt user to input width and height. Okay. Let me just do of the rectangle, and the program will return a perimeter and area of the rectangle. So that's the program that we want, and you're going to use VI to write the program and compile and run the program in terminal, which we have done that in 3.1, the same concept, right? But you're going to use Git now, right, to submit this file on Git, and use a Git command that I just showed you. Okay? And when you submit, you just copy the link to github.com that you have and paste that. I'll show you how to do that. Okay? Now we see the question already, so we switch back. So we're going to write a rectangle. So we're going to do Java C. Okay. No, we're going to use VI, right? Rectangle to create this file first because the folder is empty, right? Alright, so we're going to say public class rectangle. Okay. Now I'm going to use JavaFX, so extends application, to have the dialog box, right? So I'm going to use import javafx.application.application, and I need to import javafx.stage, right? Stage. and need to use the dialog box. So javafx dot scene dot control dot text input dialog, right? And also I need to use javafx to have scene dot control to have the information that dialog, which is alert, right? And I have to use javafx. So I just try to import all the classes that I need, right, for the control, right, dialog boxes, right, which it should have alert type, right? I think this should be alert first, yeah, and alert. This looks like that. We can verify that again. Alert type. All right, so import something that I need. Now I start to do start, right? Public void start, and this has to be overridden. So we have to do the notation override, right? This is for javafx, and we have stage, right? Which is your primary stage. That's just the name. All right, so we can start to code now, right? To prompt user, which we need the import java.util.optional to. All right, optional is the type when you do show, right? Like what I'm gonna do text input dialog first, a dialog, right, equals to new text input dialog, and dialog dot show and wait, right? So you can set the content, right? Dialog dot set header, set header. I think set header or set header contents. We can verify that from the Java doc. You say header input width, right, and height separated by space. Okay. Of the rectangle. That's just the message on the dialog box, right? So show and wait. This will return optional, which has to give the type as string, and this is going to be input, right, values. And this is going to be a string. Then we can do, remember in the exile for string we can do split, right? We can split it by the space because we add the user to separate by space. This is like the format pattern for regular expression, right? I asked to separate by space, right? Once you get that, you get the value in an array, right? Like, okay, I'm gonna say side. Okay, so okay, side split will return an array back, correct? Side, and when you do array, just do the square brackets like that as a type group of the data, right? That's the same group. And now we can say after you split, so we said width first, right? DTH, right? And height. So we can say width should be your size 0, right? Which we can say we want to parse it to double width equals to double dot parse double and get this string, right? It's going to be a string, so we convert it to width, right, as double. So now we can do yy and do p and change this to length, right? L-E-N-G-T, right? Or height. Okay, I use the word height. Double dot parse. So this is going to be the height. All right, so we get the width and height from the user. Then we should be able to get the area and parameters, right? Then we can say double perimeter, right? Equals to what? 2 times width, right? Plus 2 times height, right? And we can get the area, which is double area equals to width times height. This should be very easy, right? Math, geometrics, right? Now we're ready to output them. So we're gonna use alert, right? Alert equals to new alert, and alert type dot has to be information type. We can have 0 type, so we pick the information. And then we can set the message now to show. So we can say alert dot set content text, right? To say the perimeter of the rectangle is, and then you can concatenate with perimeter, right? Is, and then we can do the new line too, concatenate with a new line for the rest here, right? So yy, escape first yy, copy this, and we will paste it right after. Let's insert, right? What's to get the end of the line, $, and then start to do I insert again and do P. Okay, since we don't need the whole thing, we're going to need to delete this, right? The area of the rectangle is plus the area, right? Now we can do /n in front of this, then when it's pop up, it's go to a different line, right? Escape sequence. All right, so now lastly, we just need to show the alert. So we say alert.show and wait. All right, so something to verify all the method is correct or not. So we just verify scene controls text input dialog. We want to verify the method set header. So let's see, is it right? Set header. No, there's no such set header. Set content. Set header text. So I need to do set header text right here. So missing the word text. So go back and insert. Set header text. And modify the package for alert. Right. So it's correct. Now we're gonna do escape to view queue and do set path export. So again, make sure no spaces and set path to JDK. Okay. Some student will not work if you do not correctly. Now we're going to compile the files, right? and run. So after that we type Java C